Good afternoon. Welcome to Better Connecticut on this Wednesday, a day you have said is one of the top 10 days of the year, weather-wise.
I hope as soon as this show is over, continue to watch the news until 6:30, and then you can go outside because we need you to watch our news. We love that when that happens. All right,
well, you can take it with you on the app.
Absolutely, take it with you on the app. But it is just a beautiful day out there today. Low humidity,
nice.
Comfortable temperatures, just one of the top
Perfect,
10.
right?
These are the days you look forward to, in the middle of winter when it's snowing and you're just like, is it ever going to be nice here in New England?
Well, today's the day to savor. And a lot of schools postponed graduations until today and tomorrow, so that was a good choice.
Good choice. Excellent. Yeah. Monday was a terrible day with thunderstorms and lightning. Yesterday was a little bit humid, but today is just absolutely gorgeous. So get out there and enjoy it. And it's National Fudge Day.
National Fudge Day, June 16th.
Who knew?
I love fudge.
I'm not a big fan of fudge. I can take it in doses, like a little bit here and there. I don't want a whole 7 ounces of it.
Right, that might be a lot, but it's, my mom used to always make fudge for Christmas. That was one of the things she would always make, and I just love chocolate, so that makes sense. But you can get it in chocolate nut, you could do pistachio.
Oh,
and when you go on vacation, I associate fudge.
I associate fudge too, right.
Shops
fudge shops, exactly. On all of the tourist attractions, there are fudge shops everywhere. Me and Andy Rich actually made fudge in the first grade. I'll never forget that.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you make it with marshmallows and chocolate chips? Or?
I don't really remember. I just remember it was chocolate and it was fudge, and Andy Rich and I made it. And then Andy Rich went on to win the 5th grade elections because he was in a show and everybody knew who he was, so they voted for him, and I lost.
So what about Girl Scout cookies? Would you like some Samoas or some Thin Mints or?
It's so weird. Did you read this one sentence though? You can't buy them for you. I don't understand that. It says
but they have 15 million boxes that weren't sold. 12 million will never even leave the warehouses. And Girl Scouts say the pandemic is to blame. So they can be bought and then donated to first responders and food banks. You can,
which I think is great.
So I guess you just give them, maybe they can't ship them all individually and all that kind of thing, because usually the Girl Scouts have to go out and give them to you. I mean, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
And in Connecticut, according to the local Girl Scout troops, we sold all of our cookies. We didn't have this problem. But in other parts of the country, they're having this problem. So you can buy them and have them donated to a bunch of great people, and it's all for a good cause.
I think a lot of first responders, military, how happy they would be if some Thin Mints show up on their doorstep.
Okay, so Kara and I did not know. Well,
HTML, maybe you don't know this either. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is also now a baby name.
Did you know that?
I didn't know it stood for that. I know what HTML is.
I know what HTML too. Yeah, you got to put that in there before the web thing. But
so a web designer named Mac.
His name was Mac.
His name is Mac.
He's a daddy Mac now.
And he named his newborn son.
Jump. Sorry. Anyway, he named his son HTML. Why did he do that?
Because he's a web designer.
Oh, look at how cute the baby. The baby was born at 4.9 ounces. 4 pounds, 9 ounces. Tiny little guy.
Yeah.
But
he says he likes having a unique name, and he's very passionate about programming.
Yep, I guess so.
So what's the nickname for that?
H.
Hey, H.
Hey,
Come here, H.
Come here, H. H. And when when your mother's mad.
Come here, you little Timmel. Come here, Timmel.
And when the mother's really mad, she goes, HTML, get over here.
Yeah, no, or she, no, actually then she uses the full thing. Come here, hypertext markup language.
Come over here, you hypertext markup language. Get over here, you're in trouble. All right, so anyway, that's that. The White House plans to use July 4th holiday to celebrate more than America's independence.
Yeah, how about all the independence that's out there? Thousands of essential workers and military families are going to gather on the lawn, and they're celebrating independence, they say, from the virus. The National Mall is going to be open for the traditional 4th of July fireworks. I would love someday to see the fireworks in D.C. That would be really cool. Wouldn't that be cool?
They had a lot of fireworks in New York State yesterday. Jones Beach and parts of Albany, all around New York State to celebrate the 70th percentile of people being vaccinated for the first time.
70th percentile, yeah.
70th
Which we've been that in Connecticut for a while. We're up to at least 75 or more.
Yeah, it's good.
They're trying to get the final push for.
Well, maybe Vermont had 80. Is that what you said, Adam? Wow, that's great. 80%. Maybe we can get some fireworks going here.
Yeah,
That would be kind of
that'd be
nice.
nice.
I'd just like to see them on the 4th of July because, last times.
Like real ones, not the ones that people are setting off.
No,
at
exactly.
night,
I want to
keeping
see
you
the
up.
ones that are on the barge in the middle of the Connecticut River. Like we've had a lot of problems in the past with funding. Then there was COVID. So let's hope
we need
maybe
some fireworks.
we need a little fireworks. going
Meanwhile,
on.
the Royal Caribbean, maybe that's all they can use the ship for a little while.
This is why
some
I'm not
fireworks.
booking a cruise for this
Right.
exact reason.
They just postponed the first 4 trips
First 4
for the new
trips.
cruise ship because 8 crew members tested positive for COVID.
No good.
So the sailings were supposed to take place starting on July 3rd.
Odyssey of the Seas, which I don't think I've been on. I think it's a newer.
It's a new ship.
It's one of the newer boats. So, but the people are still testing positive for COVID. Now it's not the passengers so much; it's the crew members. So the crew members are from all over the world.
Yeah, you don't know until the crew gets there. They're testing all the crew. The passengers
Exactly.
could be showing up too. It would make me nervous because you would show up and then what if your whole plans got changed just because you tested positive?
Either that, or you get on the boat, and then sometimes they don't let you pull into dock. But
Right,
remember that when that was happening?
Who wants to be stuck on that ship?
And the room is the size of this butcher block that we're sitting at. I mean, you're stuck in your room, and you get to look at each other and be like, "Hey, how are you? Good. Get off of me." It's just that's on top of it.
Do you think you can sing the song "Message in a Bottle"?
Message in a bottle.
Yeah, it was a message in a bottle from Rhode Island sent a few years ago.
2018.
And it's now been found 3,000 miles across
Amazing.
the Atlantic Ocean.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
in Portugal, off the mainland of Portugal.
And a kid from Boston whose family moved to Portugal found the letter.
Wow.
And he said he's trying to get in touch with it. The guy who found its name is Christian, but he's trying to find the name. They have the name of the message holder, and it said, "I would like to tell you." He wants to say, "I'd like to tell you where I found it, where it was, and what I was doing, and we're going to be friends for life."
Yeah, and in the bottle, he wrote, "It's Thanksgiving. I'm 13. I'm visiting family in Rhode Island. I'm from Vermont." Christian Santos then read it and showed it to his mom. And so he's gonna, hopefully they can reconnect. I remember doing chain letters as a kid. I don't know if they do that anymore, but they would make you do that in school where you would write chain letters or you'd put a message tied to a balloon and let it go. And then I remember getting letters back from people far, far away.
Seriously?
Yeah, so it's cool when that happens.
Mine got tangled up in a tree at about 50 feet.
Oh.
Never made it.
Never made it?
Never made it. Like I'd get a note from my mother saying, "I found your note in the laundry."
That's disappointing.
It was very disappointing. Well, Jeff Bezos' wife has just given it all away, or given a portion of it away anyway.
Mackenzie Scott is one of the richest women in the world. Originally, she did, right off the bat, sign the Billionaire's Pledge, which would be at least 50% of your income. They do that.
50%. Still, you got billions. What else are you going to do
But
with
she's
it?
donated $2.74 billion to 300 charities.
Which is great, right? Isn't that awesome?
And so she says she wants to de-emphasize privileged voices.
Okay.
And she wants to open it up to other people.
She wants to open it up to other people. So they said in
She's
the...
given away a total of more than $8.5 billion in less than a year. Good for
That's
her.
good. $8.5 billion in less than a year. What about the Scott Haney Mortgage Fund? Do you think I can get in touch with her?
I don't think you're one of the disadvantaged voices she's caring about.
All right, I think you're absolutely right. And those people need the money. 300 organizations getting that money. That's just wonderful, wonderful. What a great use of resources. When you have so much, just give it away, give it away, give it away.
It's very inspiring when people are doing that. So
What happened to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen?
Well, they're doing something that a lot of people don't ever do, and that is that
They're off social media.
Yeah. So, but they're talking publicly about their lives. So they sat down for a rare interview, and they talked all about being former child stars, going to build an empire, because then they became models and all those things, and they really talked. And
very rare that they sit down and do a talk interview. I think the last time they did it was 15 years ago or something like that. That's what they said.
I think it's really cool that they're talking. I guess because they grew up in the spotlight.
I guess they
They
just want to
didn't
step
want to be
back.
on social and this stuff. I get that, you know.
Well, it's not like
it can
they
be
need,
a little too much.
Right. It's not like they need the money either, so they can just sit back and relax and enjoy it. All right, Beauty and the Beast is getting a little tweak, and it's getting a revamp here. Disney is going to do an 8-episode musical series on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, Gaston!
Gaston Le Fou.
Gaston Le Fou.
On Disney Plus. So Disney Plus has a lot of great programming right now, and there you go. Now you can. They've done it. They did this with Peter Pan too, live action. All these live action musicals.
So I could just watch
Or
this
actually,
all
not
day.
live action, just live. Yeah, live action would be the.
I would just watch this all day.
Yeah.
There it is. So check out Disney Plus.
I think it's a great way to show kids and expose them to the love of theater and Broadway, because this is a more like that than just watching a cartoon.
No, absolutely. I think it's terrific.